Hey guys, in this video we're going to be looking at orbital speed. We'll be looking at how to derive it and how to use the formula. So stay tuned. To understand orbital speed, first you need to understand universal law of gravitation as well as centripetal force. I have done two separate videos on those two topics. The link is in the corner. If you haven't checked that out, I suggest you check that out first. But now let's get into orbital speed. When we talk about orbital speed, we are talking about an object that is in orbit around another object. So we have one object moving in circular motion around another object. And in this case, the centripetal force that is pulling the object towards the center of the circular motion is gravity. So here gravitational force can be expressed in two ways. One is by using universal law of gravitation, that is G(m)m over r square. Let's look at this diagram on the right here as an example and reference. The G is gravitational constant. It doesn't change, it's constant, 6.67 times 10 to the power of negative 11. And then we have the product of the two masses of the objects, the object at the center and the object in orbit. So M1 here is representing the object in the center, M2 is representing the object in orbit. And then we have R. R is the distance between the two centers. In this case, it is the orbital radius, but never think of R as radius. Always remember R is the distance between the two centers of the object. We can also represent gravity here in this case as the centripetal force. So the formula for centripetal force is mv square over r. And the m that we use here is the mass of the object in orbit, because we are measuring the centripetal force on the object in orbit. So this m2 v square over r. Now let's eliminate whatever we can eliminate. Now, M2 we can eliminate on both sides, and we can eliminate 1r on both sides. Then we are left with Gm over r equals to v square. We make v the subject of the equation, and we get v is square root of Gm over r. Notice here, there is only one mass left. The mass of the object in orbit has been eliminated. Let's look closely at the formula. V represents orbital speed. The orbital speed is the speed of the object as it goes along the circular motion, along the orbit. This is linear speed. It does not change. It remains constant as the object is moving in its orbit. G is the gravitational constant. M is the mass of the object at the center of circular motion. So as we noticed just now, the mass of the object in orbit has been eliminated. When we equate the two expressions of gravity, the mass of the object in orbit cancels itself. So the mass of the object in orbit does not matter when we are determining orbital speed. Orbital speed only relies on the mass of the object at the center. So if we were talking about the moon going around the earth, for example, then the mass here will be the mass of the earth, the object in the center. If we were talking about the earth going around the sun, then the mass here will be the mass of the sun, object in the center. Then we have R. Again, R is the distance between the two centers of the object. So from the center of the center object to the center of the object in orbit. Center to center. Always remember this. So overall, the orbital speed of an object is related to the mass of the object in the center of the orbit, as well as the distance between the object in orbit and the object in the center. It is not reliant on the mass of the object that is in orbit. There's only two factors that affect the orbital speed. The higher the mass of the object in the center of the circular motion, the higher the orbital speed, and the closer the distance between the two objects, the object in orbit and the object at the center, the larger the orbital speed. That's it for this video, guys. If you've learned something, please hit the like button to support me and my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.